Welcome friends to my channel. As you all know that till now I was actually uploading videos for Microsoft SQL Server, right? Now I have thought to upload videos on PostgreSQL as well because it's a very in demand database nowadays, and it is very similar to Microsoft SQL Server. So those who want to learn PostgreSQL, they can surely watch my videos. They can actually subscribe to my channel so that they would keep getting notification whenever I upload this PostgreSQL server videos on this, right? So today, as a start, we are going to basically see the brief description or the brief history of the PostgreSQL server, available features in PostgreSQL server, and then I would show you how to install PostgreSQL server and how to use pgadmin to connect the server, right? So as usual, the agenda would be a a brief about PostgreSQL introduction and then installing PostgreSQL on Windows machine, right? So, what is PostgreSQL or what is the history about PostgreSQL? So, PostgreSQL is a powerful open source object relational database system that uses and extend the SQL language combined with many features that safely store and scale the most complicated data workloads, right? So, basically, it's another language or a database you can say like MySQL or Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, and so on, right? The only advantage of this database is that it's an open source, so free to use, right? It doesn't have any limitation, so that's the biggest advantage. And even PostgreSQL is very similar. For example, like 90% of the language syntax features are being carried forward from Microsoft SQL Server, and of course there are some new features also included and implemented. The origins of PostgreSQL date back to 1986 as a part of Postgres project at the University of California at Berkeley, and has more than 30 years of active development on the core platform, right? So it's not that it's very new. Basically, it's a 30-year long efforts, right? But recently it has come, it has gained a lot of what you can say interest among the users, and due to its open source nature and category, right? Let us see what are Postgre features. So basically, other usual features would be there, like which you can find in MySQL or Microsoft SQL Server. Apart from that, when it comes to data types, then JSON and JSONB is actually included as a data type, right? Uh, Sorry. And then in geometry you have point, line, circle, and polygon data types. Okay, when it comes to concurrency, then for indexing you have b tree, multi-column, expression, partial, and so on. Or if we go for advanced indexing, then gist, sp gist, knn gist, gene, brain, covering indexes, bloom filters, and so on. Multi-version concurrency control, this is very important when it comes to the DML operations, right? uh, if you know, then like in Microsoft SQL Server, the same thing is achieved with the help of snapshot isolation, right? So it's a multi-version concurrency control, parallelization of read queries and building B-tree indexes, and then table partitioning. When it comes to reliability and disaster recovery, then it has write-ahead logging, a replication in both the forms like asynchronous and synchronous, point-in-time recovery, and table spaces. With the security, of course, everything which other gives, then majorly, very importantly is a co column and row level security, right? So whenever the access can be controlled on column and row level security, and like others, multi-factor authentication with certificates and an additional method. When it comes to extensibility, then it also is all compatible with PL, PGSQL, Perl, Python, and many more. SQL JSON path expressions, right? Foreign data wrappers connect to other database or streams with a standard SQL interface. When it comes to internationalization, then support for international character sets is also actually available. Okay. So yeah, this was very brief introduction on PostgreSQL. Of course, there is a lot more to read which we cannot cover into this short session, right? Because here the main agenda is, to show you how to install PostgreSQL on Windows machine and then how to use pgadmin to connect it, right? So on your browser, just type PostgreSQL, and there should be very first link coming in. Click on that. This is an original, website for PostgreSQL. Click on it, and then inside the website, click on Downloads. And now you can see, it is compatible with the Linux, Mac OS, Windows, BSD, and Solaris, right? So today we are going to see how to install PostgreSQL on Windows Server. So click on Windows, right? And there you can see download the installer. Click on the download the installer, and this will show you, with all the operating system what is possible. So these are the some releases from 9.3 onwards until 14.5, which is list. When I'm recording this, already 15 is in there, but still, it's not kept for downloading, right? So you can see 14.5 is not supported with Windows x86 and 32, so we will have to download Windows x86 64, right? So click on download. As soon as you click on download, download will start, and you will have an executable file ready. I'm not clicking here because I have already downloaded the file. So let me show you that how to install that on the downloaded file. So this would be the downloaded file. Okay, just right click and run as administrator here, and then say yes. Okay, and once that is done, you should the screen for configuration and installation should appear. So this is the screen, right? Welcome to PostgreSQL Setup Wizard. Next, this is the installation directory. Okay, click next. You can change it, but I always suggest that please don't change it. Click next. Now these are the only four options, so it's not that complicated like Microsoft SQL Server or Oracle or MySQL. It's very straightforward. This is an actual server. This is a client connectivity tool. You can say graphical interface for managing and working with PostgreSQL database server. Then Stack Builder may be used to download and install additional tools. If you want to download and install any additional tools, then you can use a Stack Builder, and a command line tool. So basically, you can work with PostgreSQL with the command line tools as well. Okay, click next. This is the data directory. Again, you can change, but suggestion is not to change. Okay. This is very important, right? So whatever password you provide, please remember this, because this is going to be a super user password. If you forget, then it might be possible that you will not be able to connect it, and then you will have to actually, you will face a lot of issues in connecting that. So be careful in providing this password. Okay. I have provided the password. Click next. This is the port on which this would get installed, or sorry, the PostgreSQL server would be using. Click next. Local, if you want to set anything else, we would go by default, and that's it. So these are the these are the options which would get installed, right? Settings would be installed, and then click next, and it will say now setup is ready to get installed. We would click next. Now this will take around 5 to 6 minutes. So I will stop this video, and I would come back once it is installed. Wow, this is the beauty. It hardly took 3 to 4 minutes, right? Now it is, showing us that whether we want to go ahead with Stack Builder. So currently we don't want to install any additional tools. So we would unclick this, and then we would say finish. That's it. This is done. Your, uh, PostgreSQL server has been installed. Now click on your start button and search for pgadmin. You can see on my screen pgadmin. Click on that, and it should start. So as as it showed that this is a client connectivity or the visual interface to connect with PostgreSQL server and work with PostgreSQL server. So it's starting pgadmin. See, as usual, as I told you, it is asking for the password. Okay, so let me put the password and then click OK. I may have put, inserted a wrong password. Let me try it again. Yes, now it is connected, right? So you can see here PostgreSQL server, then databases and spaces, and it comes with, the default database PostgreSQL server. Okay, and these are the table spaces, page default and page, PG default and PG global. We would surely talk about all of this thing in our, coming videos. But for now, we are done. That we have installed PostgreSQL server, and with the help of PG admin, we have connected to the PostgreSQL server. Right. So hope you have enjoyed this video, guys, and understood, how to install PostgreSQL Server on Windows machine. Right. As usual, keep coming to my channel, for further videos on Microsoft SQL Server and PostgreSQL Server. Right. And don't forget to, subscribe my channel, and also please don't forget to, press a like button. So that's it for today. Meet you in next topic, next time. Till then, bye and take care.